Indeed. Speaking of wild stories, Zath, it's time to see if this match draws to a close or if we're going to have the mythical Game 6 in our best of 5. What do you think?
I see what you did there with the word draw. All right. Well,
ladies and gentlemen, it's Game 5, but you're not mistaken. You are reading the score correctly. Game 3 of this match was a draw. So we're in a weird position where if TWA can win, life is good for them. They're moving on. But if Reign wins, then, well, we're going to go to some kind of weird sudden death Game 6 situation, according to what the tournament organizers have decided. Let's have a look over the lineup. Zath, TWA's in green here on the top end of loop. What are they bringing?
Yeah, TWA has a Daring that's forward onto Dawn. Sakiko's in his Gdansk. Vile is in his Kotz build gearing. So far, nothing surprising there. Kenny Mod's in a Salem with radar, top grade gunner, and outnumbered. Points in a Moskva with unique upgrade, top grade gunner. Moskva's Ikea's and another top grade gunner powered Moskva with unique upgrade. Keistis is in a Marseille with Honore. Yes, for captain. We got Angel Stone in a Bungo, looking for some extra mobility out of that build. And finally, El Snackman is in an Ohio with the buffed AP skill. Interesting choice there.
Also running brisk on his Ohio. Both TWA battleships running brisk back there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Reign opting for a 4-destroyer lineup here. Bit of a traffic jam as they make their way to the decap. Let's start things off with Sheep's Daring, going for Dazzle, RPF, Gun Reload, and Hydromod. Gatto's Z42 behind him. Again, Gun Reload, RPF, and Hydromod. Max Conceal on a Z42 is about 6'2", right? Yeah. Gangbarang in a Gdansk, also headed in that direction. Gun Reload and Range. Formazing's Moskva, going to set up back here with his top grade gunner and unique upgrade. John the Ruthless's Utrecht. You know, I haven't seen John in a Colbert. That feels very weird, but I guess Utrecht is kind of a comparable choice here. Their last destroyer is Lulu's Summers, all the way over here at the B cap, already flipping the B cap over, backed up by Lukar's Moskva, unique upgrade and top grade gunner. 2 battleships for Reign. One is going to be Dastard's Kremlin, kind of hanging around mid here, going for lots of survivability. And to his off his bow, to his right here, Deepest Dungeons, Rhode Island. My old girl. Glad to see her back in the game. Let's see if she's impactful or not.
And it's not Land of Fire, so it's not going to go to the same spot we've seen 2 of them go and chill.
And it is not gonna land there, I don't think. No.
Well, both teams are opting for heavy pushes on opposite sides, so I think we're going to start seeing a toilet bowl action soon.
Yep. We got a lot of Reign firepower on this side of the map, going to work into the decap. We've got a lot of TWA firepower on this side of the map, probably going to swing through these islands and threaten the B cap. Early radar from Sakiko over here at D picks up Gatto and Gangbarang. So now he finds himself in a 2-on-1 gunfight. 3-on-1 now as the Daring? No, that's Rhode the Moskva chiming in and the Rhode Island. Everybody getting into salvo.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sakiko getting
connections.
Just absolutely hammered here, losing about 60% of his HP for that exchange. That's going to free up the decap for Gangbarang. John.
Meanwhile, on the other side, we got TWA continuing to move forward.
Yep. Viles smoked this lovely smoke corridor here to get points Moskva through the gap here without being spotted and able to get slapped broadside by the Kremlin, for example. The Utrecht, that's John, was taking some long-range shots at Angel Stone's Bungo here. Look at this Utrecht build again. Is he running range? No, he's running reload. Okay.
Yep.
So Marseille gearing Moskva and little-ish Bungo pushing down the 2-3 line. Bungo's kind of hanging towards the back, as you would expect. But it's going to be an early it's going to be an early cap advantage here for Reign. 4 minutes gone. 30-point lead and growing here in Game 5. A win that Reign desperately needs.
I I mean, it's do or die for them.
Do or die for Rain. They won game 4 with their backs to the wall, so they've done it once. They're capable of doing it again. Both teams certainly have the talent. Just a question of timing, board position, and strategy choice.
Mm-hmm.
Formazing's radar going up in the middle of the board. Seeing a forward onto Dawn's daring here, but nobody's got shells on him. He shows in a really good position. Oh, Deepest Dungeon now actually putting out a salvo. There we go. Now they're getting some salvos downrange on Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
So Dungeon now setting up here near the decap with his radar. Backed up by the Gdansk. That's Gang Barang over on the 10 line. The Z42, Gateau, rotating back towards mid. Formazing has moved up, and so has Sheep's Daring.
Now, Lulu in the summers is smoking up John's Utrecht. I think they're sensing a push from TWA on this side of the map.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get set up for kite and fire and whatever.
They're sensing correctly. The Moskva over here, that's Lucar, has set up well south of the cap. This island is frequently used in this position, right? He's basically here to maybe you win the maybe cap or not, but you will not continue your turn to keep pushing farther to the east after you do.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of trading across the middle of the board here as Sheep's Daring moves in, picks up forward onto Dawn on the surface. Z42, that's Gateau. Yeah.
Doesn't have Hydro active.
Hydro's not up, but he can cut his throttle and sneak through, and he's good to go.
Yeah, but he's going to step on a C, and that'll trigger IKEA's radar. There it is.
Yep, that'll bring
Right
up
in
a
front of the
radar from the
Daring.
Moskva. Daring will easily get some shots into him. Although his smoke will expire in a moment, so he has to be very cautious of this timing. That is the short duration British smoke.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Daring spotted now. Gateau's going to cough up about half of his HP for this play.
But he should be able to grab the C cap.
Ohio shells falling in on Gateau's position. Actually lands one. Not bad.
Yeah. Now, Vile putting another smoke screen to allow Point to move up to the next island.
They're just like smoke chaining these guys through. I love the coordination.
Yeah.
Point can see the torpedoes from the Summers coming. Knows he's going to be plenty ahead of them. Doesn't have to slow down or worry about any of them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Rain's got the C cap in 2 seconds.
And there we go.
Ticking 3 caps to 1.
So a big cap advantage for Rain right now, but you have to believe that TWA is going to start making their presence felt at B, and there it is as Vile steps onto the cap.
Mm-hmm. Now, Lucar has radar capability.
They're holding it for now.
B cap. Yeah.
Not sure why. I think they're waiting till Lucar gets up. They want Lucar to take these shots and not Lulu's Summers. There's the radar. Got to peek his bows out. He blew the salvo into the island, the first one. But he'll have a chance to get some resets here.
Trick I like to do when I play ranked battles is I wait until it gets about half.
Yep.
And then I radar the target. It encourages them to stay in the cap longer than they should.
Yep.
Because they're so close to finishing it.
John's Utrecht splashing his HE in there now, drawing shells from Angel Stone's Bungo. Couple of full pins there.
5 minutes to go for a Rain victory if nothing else changes.
Yep. Rain doing good work on the caps. Good board control. TWA threatening, not able to break in to the cap control Rain is established quite yet.
Yeah. IKEA can actually walk into C. I don't think he knows that yet.
No, he doesn't.
And he's radaring now, so he can see Formazing's Moskva. And you can see the Z42.
Formazing's Hydro is up, and I'm not sure why he's just kind of letting these torpedoes continue to come in. He's going to take at least one. No! Then it won't matter. Because range matters, I suppose. Now, TWA has done some reorganization here along the 10 line. They've got shells going in on forward onto Dawn there. Some good hits. They're moving Snackman's Ohio down to threaten the decap. They do finally push IKEA into the middle of the board. They're kind of pushing everywhere at once. This is a very common thing we see out of teams like TWA, just EU teams in general. Kind of overload your opponent's ability to play defense across the map.
Yep. Lulu detected in the Summers. He's being forced off the cap.
They catch a glimpse of him and get a good bungo HE salvo into him. And just like that, TWA grabs a couple of caps.
And the Ohio is shoving into decap. Snackman.
And there it is. So at the moment, Rain pushed off of every single capture zone. They've bent a little too far. They're going to have to find a way back in here. That's the thing about, ceding ground to your opponent, right? It comes a point where if you cede everything, now how do you get back in, right? They've already got a radar cruiser point camped on top of B. Good luck with that. You've got a radar cruiser camped in C, IKEA. Good luck with that. Even if you let them have D, and at this point, if I was TWA, I would let them have D. There's still a radar cruiser nearby. That's Salem.
Right. Now, traditionally, if you're going to advance, you're going to trade hit points in order to advance. But TWA, you'll note, didn't really trade many hit points to do that.
They really didn't. They were able to take board position. Rain kind of let them move up without forcing them to cough up HP. Now, some of that is TWA was very smart, particularly on this push down the 2-3 line about how they managed it.
Okay, Lulu's going to get back into B, but he's turning right in front of these torpedoes.
He's good. He can swing his stern out of the way. But he's spotted by the gearing. Yeah, he's lit by the gearing, so he's going to have to smoke right away. That's going to draw out one of these. Oh, no, the Moskva radar is offline for 30 more seconds.
30 seconds. But Vile, of course, under the other Moskva radar, that's Lucar. Kremlin salvo in.
Deepest Dungeons, Rhode Island, very much the pick target here along the edge of the map. Down to a mere 14,000 HP. Only one heal remaining, 15 seconds away. Kenny Mod Salem going to move up and keep him perma-spotted, basically. Proxy spot him through the island.
Lulu manages to grab the B cap.
Yep. That's going to hold the lead open at about 90-ish points or so for Rain here. Still plenty of time on the game clock and the game timer for TWA here. Points starting to look a little rough down here, Zath.
Oh, yeah. John the Ruthless has been...
Ruthless.
Farming.
Merciless.
Yeah, here comes his Dutch oven. That might finish it right there.
And it's... The Kremlin...
Dastard takes him down.
Kremlin seals the deal here. TWA now starts to feel like they had to cough some things up for this board position. But they are recapping B, and they've shoved 2 ships now into the decap. So they're upside down on points, but their board position is pretty solid.
That's an important distinction here. Not much time left in this game if they're allowed to get all 4 of these caps.
Kenny Mod Salem looking a little rough. Down under 4K and falling his next heal. 45 seconds away. Daring AP beginning to fall in. Kremlin AP coming in from the middle of the board. They haven't gotten him yet. 1,000 HP. He's actually dark now.
He is dark.
They get him 47. He lights a fire.
And fire.
He puts it out right away. More shells coming in. They get him. Oh.
Wow.
They get the Salem, but not before they lose Formazing.
Right.
So it's a trade.
Dastard's going to walk into B cap. He has no choice but to do that.
Dastard's going to put a stop to C in the middle of the board, and He has all his HP available. If I'm IKEA, I am very, very unhappy with this situation.
And honestly, if I'm Lucar and maybe even John the Ruthless, I'm just Wing.
Yeah.
They got to get Vile out of here. Vile's out of smoke, out of engine boost.
Yep.
20 seconds of Lucar radar.
Lulu able to pick up the B cap again. Vile's gearing having to retreat now. Exhausted, out of consumables, running out of HP.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that Rain didn't try to focus more on getting Vile out. Lulu finally smoking and shooting, but...
Gateau's Z42 caught on Moskva Hydro here with the daring in front of him in smoke. They're going to lose Gateau, I think, Zath.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a big kill for TWA. They needed those points. That narrows it up. Less than a 20-point lead here. But for the moment, Rain has a cap advantage. And not before these the daring torpedo, the Z42 torpedoes do get out. I think IKEA's going to take at least 2 of these still. And he does.
I'm watching this Bungo salvo on McDastard's Kremlin.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not
catastrophic, but not bad. Dastard stuck in the C cap, pinned between both TWA battleships.
Yeah.
Deepest Dungeons trying to slink away with his last 10,000 HP. They're trying to farm Snackman out. He's on his last 10,000 HP.
Yeah. Angel Stone still has 3 heals in the barrel in the tank there.
Yeah, but they got to be careful if he's got to have time to use them. I'm not sure why Sheep's daring is moving up, Zath. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I don't get it. And he's right in front of like everything.
I don't understand this play. A few shells and they'll lose him. Why make this play? They're going to lose him.
They are.
Oh my goodness. The lead flips back now. TWA on track for a win in 3 minutes. I don't know why they did that.
That was just a gift. Was what it was.
100%.
And Dastard leaving the cap knowing that Angel Stone's got to be low. I think he should stay on C cap.
Yeah, I think he should have too. He's out hunting for Angel Stone's scalp, I think. And now TWA in a position where they can turn around and head back to D. They could flip the D cap. They don't even need to. All they need to do now is just chill and not get dead.
Chill and not get dead, indeed. John LaRuth is forced to push against Keistis' Marseille. That's got to feel good.
Kremlin getting in some damage here. John down to 3K. They've got to burn this Marseille out. They have to have this kill. They're going to get it with the Utrecht bombs.
But
they're going to lose John.
Yep. John turned a little too early there.
Now, that's the worst possible result, although they are going to bring the Summers, that's Lulu, back to mid. IKEA does still have radar available. They're closing in on the Rhode Island. They know the Rhode Island is low and is basically exhausted.
Yep.
Deepest is an easy pick target for these guys. Rain basically running on empty here. Only 2 minutes left in the game. Behind 60 points. I'm not sure what Lulu is doing. I thought Lulu was going to the cap. He's stopping.
I wonder if he disconnected or something.
He's reversing. I don't understand what's happening there. I have so many questions, Zath.
I don't know.
Deepest radar going up. Giving, who is this? This is Gangbarang, some ideas and some places to shoot.
Angel Stone is at 3,000.
Time running out.
Is he burning?
Rain desperately needs this Angel Stone kill. They're going to get it. He's on fire. 9, he's gone. That flips the lead back. 1:20 to go. They're going to get Deepest here in a minute. That'll flip the lead back the other way.
Dastard's going to get on the cap.
IKEA takes torpedoes. Dastard's going to step onto A.
Yeah.
60 seconds in the game. Rain's entire tournament life now in the next 60 seconds will be decided. They have to get a win here to force a theoretical game 6 in this best of 5.
Dastard healing. He's got DCP available, so even if he takes a torpedo, that won't be catastrophic for him.
Which he does.
And he does. Lucar's out of radars.
Gangbarang trying
Sakiko
to burn out
detected now.
IKEA. If they can bag
Sakiko detected in
IKEA.
the middle.
Oh no, he's in a gunfight with Lulu. A gunfight. Lulu's
Yeah,
going to lose.
Yep. Summers is not known for gunfighting.
They're going to burn out IKEA. He's going to go. 16 seconds left. They have to have a kill, Zath. That will not. They're not going to win on points. They have to have a kill.
On Sakiko. Nope. They're not going to make it.
They are not. A game that I believed Rain was going to win, TWA is going to come back and walk away with. What a series.
My God. Very much so. Very much so. I don't understand that
The daring play. The daring play at D makes no sense to me. I have no idea what they thought they were going to get out of that.
It just hurts. It just hurts, but either way.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, TWA. You just got paid.
You
Just
did.
a question of which, how much. We'll determine that tomorrow.
Man.
And Rain?
GG. What a hell of a tournament, though.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I really
yeah.
wanted to see that Game 6. I really wanted Game 6.
Me too. Me too. Just for the memes alone.
Just for the
would've been
memes.
awesome.
Just for the memes alone. There we go. There's our 3-1 result.